of Moss. First of all, I am kind of upset that Subaru kind of spoiled it to me, how much it was very obvious that he would be back from the amount of like figures that he got, like the figure arts, how much. But it is going to be kind of interesting how the fuck they're going to really bring him back. How much, if you think about it, like the gimmick of this season being imagination does really make a lot of sense how they would bring him back, which it is cool to bring like a kaiju suit back that we've seen once, literally, and it would have been more interesting that in the end, like, Yuma's universe is straight up just the hyper battle like Earth. Hey, that would have been cool. I don't believe they're going to do that, but yeah, just Subaru, why the fuck he spoiled that to us? But yeah, we're pretty much halfway through the show, and we are now starting to get more about Raytheon. We are getting more and more details about pretty much the main bad guy, and it is really cool, and we are slowly getting more and more stuff about Project Onyx. So let's talk about pretty much Raytheon's entire backstory. So Raytheon comes from his own galaxy, which pretty much was in a conundrum with the star Sonia, which pretty much functions as the galaxy's sun. It started to grow too much, and pretty much in one point it would just explode. So all of the leaders that inhabit the galaxy kind of like sat on a meeting and thought what they're going to do. The problem is none of them really came to a straight answer, in exception to one leader named Zensu, which came up with an idea of a ray that sucks the energy from the star, but the problem is that energy needs to be disposed of. So pretty much he would create a black hole that would dispose of the energy of the stars across multiple different galaxies. Would be fine for almost every galaxy, in exception to Yuma's. If that ray would hit Earth, that Earth would be absolutely decimated. So without any permission, Senzu just activated his little black hole, which nobody really liked. So one of the leaders of Raytheon's planet sent him to pretty much stop them, which he did, but Mr. Sanzo also sent Monogalis after him, which led to K-Day and Raytheon and Yuma fusing. The thing is, he didn't really fully stop the ray. Here's the thing, Raytheon really didn't stop the ray. He pretty much just contained it in a little ball that he dropped when he and Monogalis dropped on Earth. So that gave us a reason why the fuck this lady is now praying and trying to get information from the Monogalis horn and from Show about where the fuck is this ball, which I fucking love. I love that we have kind of at least an antagonist fully now on board, and we know who it is pretty much. We don't know if it's Swede, aka the woman, or it's going to be Zenso. It is going to be interesting if it's going to be one of the others. I think Swede is going to be kind of the main for the next couple of episodes, but it is going to be kind of interesting if Zenso is going to be waited upon until the movie, or he's going to be the main villain for pretty much the last arc. While I do love that we got Raytheon's backstory, and I loved getting to actually hear about Raytheon's backstory, but I even loved more the creative way that the show really presented it. While I do like that it is a different take on the villain wanting to destroy Earth, mainly because their galaxy is dying, so it's are they that wrong for doing that? It's the lever situation. It's, would you save a couple of people next to tens? It's really cool how much, to be completely honest. It does seem that some of the monsters that were sent to Earth were sent by Zensu, so I don't know if it was really, the right idea going forward. While I do love it's a subversion of the Ultraman formula, with the Ultra coming into Earth to save it. Here, it's way more the host maybe trying to save the Ultra's planet. Like, it's really cool, while I do love that the beginning of, like, Retian coming to the planet while fighting the monster is pretty much a remake of the original 66 Ultraman, and like the next, and Z and the Shark Monster and Grizzine X. I can go on, but it is kind of cooler that now Monogalus is not only a Zeton, but also he's also a Bemular now, which you can kind of see the very much animalistic type of like Monogalus's design. And it is going to be kind of interesting if like the Galuses are like real like species that were created by nature, or they are artificial species kind of like the Zetons. While it is interesting that Sweet is taking on a human form, again I am interesting how she's taking on a human form, or does she just looks like a human? And how much I'm kind of upset because I really thought that the Gals are going to be kind of the main antagonist. Like getting some sort of a little trinket of what the main villain can be is really cool. While having Project Onyx still being on our mind, how much it was introduced in last week's episode is really interesting because they do hint and give us his Green Ray is somehow a part of it, and having this entire thing kind of happening in one scenario and really having Retian and Yuma really interact is great. It's finally like getting those two to interact is fucking awesome. I don't know, I really like them really sitting down and talking to each other, and yeah, like straight up, like, and we end the episode of maybe like Show discovering that Yuma is Arc, so it's a grand fucking return for Arc after last week's recap episode. This one gets an S. Hey, I truly enjoyed this episode. I am really interested to see how the show is going to continue forward with this plot, and how this is in the end going to connect to Project Onyx. So what you thought about this week's Ultraman arc? Comment below, let me know what you thought about the new ending theme for this part of the season. I don't know, it's fine, it's not as good as Mera. I don't know, it has too many like la bits in the end. It's just like you could have cut it down. I don't know, so tell me about that. If you liked the video, please like it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please help your subscribe button achieve its true goal of becoming a subscribed button. Don't forget, you're the only one that can prevent forest fires. Thank you very much and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.